And when it comes to the questions related to the money that you keep in bank, meaning compounding interest rates, okay, we have to remember two things. In Form 1, we learned that if you want to use simple interest, the formula is directly I equal to PRT. Okay, P is the money you put in, the principal. Rate is the percent interest, and then time is normally in years. Okay, so that would be simple interest. So principal with the I there, and then but we're not using simple interest, we are compounding them quarterly. So we're going to use the compound interest formula, and the compound interest formula is actually A equal to P 1 plus R percent to the power of N. Okay, and what you need to notice is these values depend on how often are we compounding it. Okay, so the rate normally in the question they give you is per annum, okay, per year, and then they'll give you the time also in years. But since they're compounding the interest every month, every quarter in this case, sorry, so every quarter, and in 1 year there are 4 quarters. So in 2 years time we will be having 8 quarters. So in 8 quarters, that means you will receive an interest 8 times. So that's the value of N. N is basically how many times you will receive the interest. Okay, and then the rate is per quarter's rate, but because we are paid 4% per annum, we have to divide that by 4. So the rate that we will use in the formula is gonna be divided by 4. So 4% divided by 4 is 1%. And the principal is still the same. The principal is the money you put into the bank. So by using that formula, 60,000, 1 plus 1%, and then to the power of 8. Okay, and once you do that, you will be able to find the amount. Okay, amount includes all the interest and the money you put in. So if you just want the amount, so that's the answer. But if you need the interest, like in the second question, using the same principle, at the end all you need to do is to take away the principal from the amount that you calculated, and that will give you the interest. Okay, and then you just know it's correct to the nearest dollar, so take away the decimal point. It's corrected by rounding off. Okay, rounding off. So in this case, A is equal to P, which is 70,000 here, times 1 plus 10% is per year's rate, but we want it to be converted into monthly. So year's rate converted to monthly. So there's 12 months in 1 year, and it's only for 1 year, so it's going to be receiving 12 times interest because every month they're going to receive it. So just put that in your calculator, and at the end take away the 70,000 that you put in to just calculate the interest. Okay, and then for half yearly you have 2 half years in 1 year, so the 5% would be divided by 2, and for 4 years it's going to be times 2, so you're going to receive 8 times interest. So N is going to be 8 and R is going to be 2.5%, but the P is still that. And then again take away the P from the answer at the end, you'll get the answer done. Okay, so just concentrate on what are you compounding. Are you compounding monthly, yearly, quarterly, or half yearly? So that would then let you decide what you're going to divide the rate and what you're going to times the N by to get the correct numbers. But the main thing is you remember the formula.